Hello everybody, I'm back with another video, and today I'm super excited to show you guys my first sketchbook tour. I've had sketchbooks in the past, but sometimes they were lost, or I didn't finish them. There was just like a lot of blank pages and things like that, so I decided to make my first official sketchbook, and this is the one. It doesn't have a particular brand or anything. I bought it when I lived in Austin at Half Price Book, and right now it says right here that it's retail price in $17.95, but I bought it for a lot cheaper. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so let's start the tour. And this is the cover page. And here it is my first sketchbook. Started back in 2018. And I ended it on the 22nd of this month. Or if this gets released in August of last month of this year. It took me a long time to finish this because before I was really weird. And I had like a bunch of sketchbooks for like specific things, and now I only have I'm only working on like a main sketchbook, a practice one, a finished illustration one, and my art journals. I think that's all I'm separating them from now on. And before I had like 8 or 9 like going around, so I decided to stop that because I was never gonna finish any sketchbooks on that pace. But yeah, this is the first page, and it has all of the OCs that are featured on this sketchbook. So I don't know if I want to do this for the other one, but I'll see what kind of cover page I give it. Probably be easier like this. Nothing here. This is my OC, Tsurushi Shizuka. He was the main character for a story that I was writing, but I decided to change everything. And I mean, he is gonna be a main character in one of the arcs and of the story that I'm writing, because all of my stories are gonna connect at some point. There's gonna be different arcs, and some arcs are gonna have completely different characters and a completely different like story or universe, like another planet or things like that, but they're all gonna coexist in the same universe. So characters from some arc might meet characters from another one, and then in their own thing they're gonna do a whole other thing. But he's gonna be the main character of one of them, and I already kind of know what I want. But this is him when he was little, and that's not how he looked in his original story. But I was just playing around with him younger, and he's a werewolf. So here I have cutouts of more of my past sketchbooks, like the one I said that I didn't finish or I didn't like, and I will cut them and paste them on this one. So this is some sketches of him that I drew in the past. I drew this way back in school. Like, this OC is very old. I did it when I was 15 or something like that. I created him. So he's a very special character to me, and he's changed designs a lot. Like his first design had these 2 bangs or whatever. Now he's only back to 1, and I might change them when I redesign them, or I might not. It depends on how I'm feeling. More designs, and they're old drawings. And here I was already playing with the idea of him having short hair and just the bang. An illustration that I did of him when I finally figure out what he wanted to look like with like his short hair. Here he is. These three are old, and these two are new illustrations. I mean, new drawings of him. I love drawing my characters hurt. I don't know why. More of him, of old and new drawings. That's I was trying different weapons for him. At some point I wanted him to wear a mask, so I decided to draw him like that. Like do different designs for the mask. Funny little on this one. So this is just the armor that he used to have in that story. This will be his casual clothes and things like that. Like when I figure that one out, all of these are old drawings. More of like casual clothes for him. This is an old drawing that I did, and then these are new. I love this mouth that I drew. More of him with his casual look. And here I was trying to there it is. Yeah, since I was working on the story, I wanted to draw him in different phases of the moon and how he will look like and how his powers were gonna be. And on new moon he couldn't transform into a werewolf, so that's when he was the most vulnerable. And here's another one, and this is how he will look. And I already had like designs like that in the past. These three, these are new. Really like these two. And this is where he will look more like a wolf, how he will look like. I also had some sketches like that in the past, but I drew some new ones because I was playing with how he will look and things like that. And the new like story that I'm gonna give him, I don't know if I'm gonna use any like all of these designs, but I'll see. So this is how he will look also when he's turning more into a wolf, and then when he's like in the full moon, a full wolf. And these two are old drawings of him. These three, well, four, and these are much newer. This one, and this one. And more old designs. He used to have two different color hair. It was too edgy, but now he's just has blue hair. Now we move to a different character. This is Vanessa Duckin. She's one of my favorite characters. She was also created when I was like 15, 16. So she's gone through some changes, but not that many. Like her premise is pretty much the same. But now I'm gonna also change her story. So here she is. I remember when I first finished this way back in the day, I was super excited how this one turned out. And then here is just like what she looked like before these healed. And then here when she was attacked. Because originally the main story, she was gonna get attacked by Siroshi in a battle. And that's how she was gonna get those scars. And this is me redesigning her, how she's gonna look in the future. And the other one was when how she currently looks right now. See? She's hurt. I love drawing characters hurt. Another character is her cousin Niklas. See, hurt. He because my story was about like hunters, like monster hunters, and like vampires and werewolves and things like that. But the good guys were the werewolves and vampires, not the hunters. Such a sweet boy. In the original story, he was gonna die. And I was really sad because every time I would draw him, I'm like, oh no, I have to kill you. But now in the new universe that I created, I'm not too sure if he's gonna die. I'll see how the story progresses. Another character, Hiyamobi. Also a werewolf from the village where Shiroshi's from. This is a more recent character. I think he started to be a character back in 2018 or 2015, but he's not that much older. There's some weapons that I want to do for the gang. These are Vanessa's guns. Then Shiroshi's weapons, Hiyamobi's sword, and things like that. Here's some quick, what's it called? Thumbnails from several things. More thumbnails. There's a thumbnail for like one of the cover pages of my comic. That comic is long gone. These are some thumbnails for art snacks illustrations that I did of them. This is how the village was gonna look, where the werewolves were from. This is Shiroshi's best friend, Shiriki. And in the new universe, I don't even know if oh yeah, they're together in the main story, so they're still best friends. That's what he looks like. He was also created later, like around the same time as Hiyamobi, because like in my original story, it was just like 3 people being the main characters. In the very original when I was 15. And then when I tried to rewrite it, I started adding more characters and he was one of them. See? Hurt. A mermaid character. Her name is Nerida. That's how she looks as a human. That's how she looks as a mermaid. And she's also, she was created in 2020. She was created last year. She's a very recent character. And I'm already thinking of how I'm gonna use her. He's in the same team as Vanessa, but in the new universe, I don't know. I haven't thought of a way of using him, so this guy's on hiatus basically. And he was also created last year. He was just doing some I was testing this watercolor and I left this blank, so I was like, I'm not gonna finish that. Another new character that was created last year, his name is Noah, and he's like a shark character that can turn into a human to like blend in or whatever. So this is what he looks like. This is Vanessa if she were to help the monsters. Him again. See that we're friends. Another of my main characters in the original story, her name is Maya. She's the vampire that everybody wanted to, like the monsters wanted to protect. And here I have 2 old drawings back of when I was doing my first original comic. This is how more or less she looks now. I might change her again. And So like the story, she was dating Vanessa, and then Vanessa found out that she was a vampire, so they prohibited to, you know, go out with a vampire basically. So I had it written like at the end of the story, her and Hiroshi were gonna be like a couple, but after a while, like after drawing Vanessa's backstory and hers too, and I will write about her and Hiroshi, I was not digging them ending up together, so that's definitely gonna change. She's probably gonna go back to Vanessa, if I'm being honest. Oh, back when I did a Pokemon OC for the Kanto region, because I was playing Pokemon Yellow, I think. So this, yeah, I wanted to like rewrite. This is the first team that I put together when they defeated, when I defeated the first gym. I was gonna draw them or whatever, but this was taking too much of my time. And I already do art journaling and like this stories, so I was like, I won't be able to do that. I would just splatter some paint inside to draw some characters, more weapons. Nicholas gun, Nicholas belt. Here's our boy Nicholas. And here's Hiroshi and Hiyamori and Shiriki. More paint and characters drawn on top of it. These are old sketches that I found of Shiriki and Hiroshi's, so I decided to just put it here and then them together. Here movie, and then I also found a Vanessa, like an old drawing, so I drew them back to back how she looked like a lot of years ago and then now. This is a thumbnail for like a cover I was gonna do for the comic. And here, seeing how he was gonna look, because I didn't like that pose. More of them. Well, here I was trying some birds, because I was working on an art journal, and I'll put it right here so y'all can see it. Also working on our journal, like these two drawings, and I'll post them. And she was an illustration that I did for an art snacks box. I guess I'll post that picture too. This is a really old artwork when I was back in high school, and I found it, so I just pasted it here. One of my favorite characters ever. His name is Reita, and he's honestly one of my favorite OC. Don't tell the rest. But I love his story, and I mean it's gonna change now that all of the universes are together. But yeah, this is mainly what he looks like. This is how he looked like before. Then I changed them up. And this is how he looks now. See his hurt. Trying like a different hairstyle for him. Old drawing of him, these two. I love this guy so much. His left arm is burnt, so that's why he has these bandages. And this was gonna be like crucial for his past story, but now it's not. Drawing with those little hats looks really good here. It's another character that I was coming up with. It's just like this shadow, not kind of like gas guy, shadow, like that's what he looks like. So I decided to do like a couple of, I don't know what this guy, he's kind of like a shadow, like a smoke, like I don't know, but he was cool. Now for another art snacks. This was before I would record my art snacks process. Here I just decided to draw a bunch of hands because I needed to practice. More studies. The human body. For another art snacks, here it is, July box. I'm pretty sure it's 2020. And I'll put the result here. This drawing is of an artist that I really like, and I was drawing him out for a art journal that I'll post, and because I just wanted to see how he will turn out. And here's just a pose that I wanted to do. More like of him getting stabbed, because in the original story he was gonna get stabbed. So I was just like doing his reaction. And the new one, I don't think he is. More paint that I will like put and have my characters drawn there, like little portraits. And it's the gang: Hiroshi, Vanessa, and Nicholas. Here's a painting that I worked on, which I'll put right here. And these are the wild paints I was gonna use for like all of those. This is the August box of my art snacks, and I'll put the illustration right here. And yeah, here it is, like the supplies that I got. And since it was gonna be a moth, then I was doing moth studies. New character alert. This is Watari. He was gonna be a Grim Reaper in the original story. In the new one, I don't have space for him anywhere. But since I'm writing like a couple of stories, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be in one of them somehow. And this is his new design. This one. These are also old designs. This is his weapon that I was also coming up with. This is some very early designs of him. How his Grim Reaper uniform was gonna look like. How his mask was gonna look like. And this is his newest redesign. Great time fighting him, like always. This is our September box, art snacks. I put this one because in one of my art journals it was like I only had this piece of the paper left, so I decided to just put it here. Some snakes. Why did I draw snakes? I don't remember, but I was doing some snake studies. I don't know if it was for a journal or something like that. And more Rata drawings right here. It was goal that I did way back in the day when I was starting my college career. So I did this one. Then there's a newest one that I did. And then these sketches are like from last year. or from the year that I was using the sketchbook. This one is from like, I don't know, like 8 years ago, and this one is more recent. Some calaveras that I was working on. Every year I will do that, one for Dia de los Muertos, but I haven't done any for a while. But I'll post them up here, like the complete illustrations. This one's part in Majora's Mask. This is another painting. Maybe this is why I was drawing snakes on the other page, because I was trying to study them. So yeah, these two are inspiration for this illustration. And Reita, he was gonna get stabbed. Watani, an eye, a hand. Watani again. Forgot what this was. Older Reita, what I imagine he would look like. Reita being an ass yet again. More drawings of him. My November box for 2020. And I think I ended up going with this one. I'll put it right here. Oh, another character, a new character. Kenji. And his original story is like way different from the one that I'm doing right now. And that's the one that I'm usually not usually. That I'm recently working on. So I made a video about him and how my story is going so far, and you can check it out. I'll link it right here so y'all can see it, so I can see what my story is gonna more or less look like. This is my December box, and I don't remember which one I did, but I'll put it right here so y'all can see it. My dog is right here. Hi, pup. And I decided to do some really big soccer fan or football fan. My favorite team is FC Barcelona, and I was doing some drawings of them. This is their basketball team also. So at some point I was drawing soccer sketches. More Kenji with his newest design, and really old drawings of him. More soccer sketches. I really like this one because I painted it, and this one. Oh, I bought my Asami Funko. She's my wife. So I drew some Asami sketches. I really like how she turned out here. And here, I mean, I like all of them, honestly, but also this one. But these two are my faves. I bought a Jim Halpert Funko as well, so I drew some sketches of him. Or like this one and this one. And then I got the white tiger sword because I've been into Power Rangers lately, and I'm rewatching it. Now that I'm rewatching, it's a little cheesy, but I still enjoy it. And like everybody, Tommy was my favorite character, so I got the white tiger sword. So I drew like an illustration. My January box is what I ended up drawing, and I'll put it right here so I can see it. And then more soccer sketches. He was my favorite, and I posted on my stories on Instagram, and I tagged him, and he saw it because it was there like seen. He didn't answer, but at least he see it. He saw it, and yeah, hopefully he liked it. More sketches for Zlatan Ibrahimovic, one of my favorite players. And this was also an Art Snacks challenge, but I don't know what year. More soccer sketches. See, I was really into it for a minute because it's good, like figure drawing and things like that. My favorite sketch, Messi. My dog's here again. Hi, pup. This is for another painting that I'll put right here. Some soccer sketches, and here's what I wanted to, like the tiger sword, even though it was in the back. Like sometimes I jump around pages, so this is how I was like kind of like testing out everything. My character Ben. He's super new. Came up with him this year. So he's Kenji's best friend. Here they are. And they're in the same academy. So they're training together. And this is the design that I ended up going with. And this is when I started putting some washi tape, like here, on my illustrations, and changed my life. I just think it gives it a really nice touch to the page. So yeah, here's some more soccer sketches. I really like this one. Here's more. This is when I started my story, which is like some storyboards. So I'm doing like an animatic of it. So it's that and more soccer sketches. This was my favorite of Griezmann. So this is panel 2 and 3 because it was moving. More sketches. My favorite one was Messi here. And I think Jordi looks really good here. More soccer sketches. I really like Griezmann here. And I think I like this drawing of Trincao here. I bought a matte Funko. So I had a lot of different matte sketches. My favorite character in Digimon. Plan to rewatch the series. And yeah, this is pretty much him. For my Art Snacks for February of this year. And I think this is completely different with one I ended up going with. And I'll post it right here. Oh, and since I had a little space here and it was purple, I decided to draw Kenji because his hair is purple. My dog really wants my attention. What's up, bud? More soccer sketches. I really like how this portrait turned out. It's a watercolor portrait. I really like how Junior looks here. More soccer sketches, but this is the women's team. And some, what's it called? storyboard. More storyboard and sketches combo. And I really like his face, so that's why there's like more emphasis on it. More. I like how he turned out. Double feature on the storyboards. Some thumbnails of how I wanted this scene to look. Oh, this shot. Here too. And this is a thumbnail for a painting that I did, which I'll put right here. It's my latest painting. And then my Art Snacks March 2021. I really like this one. I'll put the picture right here because I really like it. And some more Rata sketches in his demon form. I really like how he looks. I watched the movie Horns, and that's what drew inspiration for this sketches. More soccer. Really like how Ter Stegen turned out here. Double feature of storyboards, some thumbnails, how I wanted this to look, more or less. More Kenji. And here's when I had my first dose of the vaccine. And I got those popcorn, so I just pasted that. More soccer. My fave. And this I did because I was doing a painting, and my latest painting, and the red with this little texture, I had a lot of it left, so I just put it in a page, and I was like, oh, I'll work on something later. And this is what I was like, oh, I should just draw Rata as a demon because his skin is red. So that's the whole inspiration for this page. And I really like how he turned out. Art Snacks, April 2021. I drew this werewolf because of the moon and like the colors that I have, and I'll put it right here. And it like reminded me of Shiriki, because Shiriki was also a werewolf with Suroshi. So I drew them again after a minute of drawing them. I decided to draw them again. Oh, and I kept this because I thought it looked cool. More soccer sketches. Really like this one. When I finally got it, 2 doses. So I just pasted them here. This is how I want kind of the logo to look like, but I'm not too sure yet. I'm digging it. How a space ship was gonna look. So Genji. My newest character, Kenneth. I already had some plans for him, but I decided to add it to the current story that I'm working on. So here's how he looks, and this is how he looks now. This is how he looked before. More soccer sketches. Didn't like how he turned out the first time, so I just put a sticky note, and now that face looks a lot better. One of my favorites. Also really like this face. Another new character, which is Lina, and I really like her design. So excited because I already have like a little like solo story of her, and I'm excited to draw that. Art Snacks, May of this year. put the final illustration there. I found these sketches, so I decided to like just paste them here. And this is when I I swatch some markers, like when I do my journal, when I do the illustration of the journal, I need to kind of match what colors I'm gonna use to the journal. So that's what all of these are. Braulio, one of my newest characters as well. He is also has a really old design, and he was also with Kenneth in the original story for Kenji. So I decided to also add them to their newest arc, and this is what he looks like. Or like his newest design. I think he looks way more handsome than before. More soccer sketches, but of the girls and him. Oh, this is the second scene of my newest story. And I was just playing with how Ben will look when he's older. And I have an idea here. I don't know if I'm gonna use it or not. So this is how, sorry, jumping all around. But this is how I first thought of it, and then I decided to make it better. So then I decided to go with this. Kenji and Ben. And Angry Kenneth. And I did draw the dragon sword. But I bought the 6-inch Funko, so then I decided to do an illustration. I really like it. It's one of my faves. More sketches. Didn't like how his face turned out at first, so I placed it as a sticky note, and I still not dig it that much, but I decided it was good enough. Double feature of storyboards again. Kenji and some information. I have to do one of this for the rest of the team. I decided to do this, and I was gonna draw this, but since I drew in the back and it was with this marker, I was like, nah, it's gonna look bad, so I just stopped. And that marker is the Montana Bold marker that came in my Art Snacks June 2021. And if I recorded these, I'll just put them like in the link, so you guys, if you want to see it, how I did the y'all can check that out. But yeah, I was here thinking of ideas and trying to practice circles with that marker. And this is right now, like before he was a punk. And the story that I'm writing, this is how he looks. And this is a painting that I'm planning on doing, but that I haven't worked on yet. Here's more Rita. Here's the storyboard, Kenneth, and then some Rita sketches right here of how I want him to look right now. And this was for an art journal. More sketches of the gang, of the new gang. Kenji with a crop top, Lena, Kenneth, Benji, Benjamin. When I was putting their names together, because he's Kenji, that's Ben. Probably their ship name, Benji. But yeah, helping him when he was sponged. And here coming up with like how some masks are gonna look. But I think it's gonna look a little too much, so I'll probably simplify that. More Rita sketches. This is Ben. It's a new character. I haven't thought of her name yet, but it's more or less how I want it to look. These are always up for revision, the newest ones. It's a new character that I'm thinking of. Some some storyboards of Braulio, the gang again, Ben, Kenji, them together, judging together, and Kenneth with Lena. This is the Art Snacks They're Like 2021, and I didn't put anything here because I didn't know what to put, so I just left the page like that. When I told you that I wanted Vanessa and Maya, well, I mean, they dated in the past, and I'm thinking of them being together. So I just drew them together again, and I was like, this makes way more sense than her ended up with Shiroshi. So this is those sketches of them being happy and cute before something tragic happens. Probably one of my favorite pages. I love this page. Lots of Reita, his little horns. This is young, like 14-year-old Reita, and this is the older, like when he's 18 or whatever. And the new girl. More Reita sketches. And a new character that I'm thinking of in the story. These three are new. But yeah, the difference between 14-year-old Reita and current Reita. And the last page of drawings is Kenneth and the storyboard and some Vanessa sketches. And these are inspired by an episode of Queen's Gambit. And this episode gave me like Vanessa vibes, so I decided to like draw them like that. She loves getting hurt. Or I love drawing them getting hurt, which is... And here, I decided to put all of my washi tape, because when I'm doing the journals, I don't want to go through the whole box that I have and see what washi I'm gonna use. So I decided to make this for me. And in every sketchbook that I get, I'm probably gonna do this because I'm gonna run out of some and I'm gonna have others. So yeah, I decided to do this. But this is, and I started from the back so I can like keep going. But this is the color black, and I had some water damage, so that's why it looks like that. Thankfully it didn't affect the whole sketchbook, but yeah. So these are some blacks, some randoms that I got. It's from Bailey Jane, because I really like how cute this was. So here are golds, more blacks, some browns, a little bit of the gold, silver and gray, some light blues, some blue, but yeah, some navies. Really like this one. Some greens and aquas and baby blues. Some oranges, some yellows, which I need way more yellow than this because it's really hard when I have an art journal that has a lot of yellow in it and I want to add more with some washi tape, or when it's accents of yellow and I want to reinforce it with more. Like I only have these two to pick from, so I need more. Lime green, some pinks and reds and more orange. Oh, okay, that's why, because it started here. Also, I think I need more reds. This is not that much of a variety. And we end with purples and pinks. So yeah, this was my first ever sketchbook. I hope that you guys Like this walkthrough, I really like working on my sketchbook. I love drawing my characters, and I hope you guys enjoy them too. I'm gonna be making another of my videos of explaining my newest story with like new characters and things like that, so I hope you guys watch that. And let me show you the newest sketchbook that I'm using. It's this one. There's also not a brand. Also bought it in half price books, but I'm trying to get rid of these ones first before I go in any of the good ones. And this is all I have for now. The last panel of my newest scene, which is the second scene that I'm working on, this is the last panel. So after this one, it's when I'm doing the other video. So yeah, hopefully I finish this pretty soon so I can make another one of these, and also for you guys to see my journal flip throughs as well. So yeah, I hope you guys like this. Tell me what you thought of my sketchbook, and yeah, I'm excited. I just see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.